Today I'm going to talk about the body, and I'll relate it back to other areas of your life in a little bit. Now, I had a fitness professional reach out to me that needed help with a client. And what they were talking about is their client's back was hurting while working their abs. And so what they're looking for are ways of strengthening the back so they could advance. Now, I get this topic a lot, or I get this question a lot because of my background. And I also hear this from clients, from friends, from just people in general, especially when getting ready for the summer. Everybody wants to look good when the weather gets warmer. Oftentimes, what these people think they're doing is working their core, when really they're just working their abs. And as they're working their abs, they notice that their back starts to hurt. They feel a strain. And the first thing that comes to mind, of course, is the back is screaming, "Hey, help me. How do I strengthen it? How do I make that back better?" And they take all their focus and energy to make their back stronger, when really, in reality, what most likely is happening is the back muscle is doing extra work it shouldn't be doing for the abdominals and the rest of the core region, and therefore is getting fatigued. Now, the analogy that I often use is if you and we pick up a really heavy desk. I have a really heavy wood desk in my office. We pick up that desk and we start walking down the street because we need to move it. Halfway down the street, you decide, hey, I'm going to get coffee, I'm going to get a beer, I'm just taking off. And I'm left alone carrying that desk. It's on my shoulders and I'm starting to fatigue. I'm starting to cry for help because there's no one there. Now, am I the problem? No, not at all. The problem is the person that left me alone. They checked out. Oftentimes, this is what happens with your muscles. Now, again, this is a gross generalization, but oftentimes when people complain about a low back pain or strain or fatigue while working out their abs, really what's happened is they've lost that neurological connection and their abs are fatigued and they've given out, but they have that determination, so their low back starts doing the work when it's not supposed to. It's not physiologically meant to do it. So the low back raises its hand and says, hey, I'm not supposed to be doing this work. I'm fatigued. Get me out of here. Now, this happens often. So when I was actually a trainer many years ago, I would tell my clients, hey, look, there's two options here. One is suck it up or give it up. And what I meant by that is regain that mind-body connection to your abdominal region and try to perform the exercise safely. Now, if it does not go away, that low back stops screaming. If it doesn't stop screaming, quit right then. Oftentimes, and I would say 9 times out of 10, people are able to train their abdominal muscles longer and have a better mind-body connection to get the results that they want. Now, if they were just focusing on the lower back, what would happen? They would actually shorten the muscles of the low back, causing additional issues while weakening the abdominals. The exact opposite approach for the result they're trying to achieve. Now, I tell you this for multiple reasons. One, summer's here, people like to look good, and so this hopefully will help you in your exercise routines. But also, this can be applied to every area of your 5 to Thrive. You see, in mind, body, soul, relationships, and business, oftentimes the thing that's screaming, raising its hand, saying, help, I just need your help, or there's something wrong. That area isn't usually the problem. Usually the problem is somewhere else. Something else in the chain is broken down. An example in your business may be, hey, this marketing campaign isn't working. Well, is the marketing campaign the issue? Or is it the product that's the problem? Or is it the sales process? Or maybe you have an employee who's just not getting all their work done, they're frazzled, and finally they break down and say, hey, I just can't take this anymore. Now, is that person weak? Do they not have resilience? What's going on? Maybe you should take a look. Are your systems honed? Is there a problem in the communication process that's going on? Really take time to think about this. So what I'm going to ask you to do today is write down in your journal your 5 to Thrive. So that's mind, body, soul, relationships, and business. And come up with a problem, something that's actually raising its hand and saying, hey, look, there's a problem here. I'm fatigued. This isn't working. And then look at it from a different angle. Is that actually the problem in the situation or in a relationship? Is it the person that's a problem, or is it something you're doing or a paradigm shift that gets to happen? And I want you to write that down. Try to look at this from a different paradigm and see what you can find. Oftentimes when we look at problems from just a slightly different angle, we can see solutions that we've never seen before and connect dots, and that's where real expansion happens. And that allows you to become the author of your own story because now you have all the information. That's it for me today. I hope this tip helps you out.
At Author of Your Own Story, we believe in taking a holistic approach to your health, where you aren't just physically healthy, but your entire mind, body, and soul is operating at its most optimal level. To get started in creating holistic health, download our free holistic health checklist at authorofyourownstory.com/body-gift. And don't forget to be the author of your own story.